Good morning, students. Our today's topic in the subject of Business Studies O Level in the topic of production is quality. So the first thing that we are going to read is what is quality. Some products have different specifications to others. For example, one crane may lift a greater weight than another. A poor quality product is likely to be one that has faults or does not work correctly. So that kind of the product is called a poor quality product. Quality is about achieving a standard for a product or service which meets the needs of the customers. It is about providing an efficient after-sales service. Quality may also be about the production process. So these things are included in the quality. The next thing that we are going to read is traditional quality control. So what kind of the quality control standard was there? For example, 10 years before or 20 years before. So we are going to read it now. 20 years ago, a product would be designed and the materials to be used would be chosen. The design would be handed over to the production department. It would decide how to produce a product should be made and set about making it. The product would be tested for quality at the end of the production process by quality controllers or inspectors whose responsibility it was to check for quality. If the product did not meet the quality standard, it would have to altered or made again. But now, in modern world, total quality management is used. Quality as part of the every process. So TOM makes quality part of every process. So quality is not tested just at the certain stages of the production process. It is built into production. So at each and every step of the production process, quality is checked, not at the end of the production as it was done 20 years ago. Quality is everyone's job. Before, quality was the responsibility of the quality inspectors. With TQM, every worker is responsible for quality. This may mean that a worker or group of the workers does the job that a quality inspector did before. It may mean that quality is being tested at the stage of the production process where it was not being tested before. If the products are not of the right quality, then it is important that the problem can be identified quickly so that it can be put right even at that step, even when the production is not finished yet. Customers and suppliers. To help build quality into the production process, workers need to recognize the needs of the customers. Suppliers must take into account the requirements of the businesses, their customers. Workers in the sales must take into the account of the needs of the public or other businesses buying their products or services. So you can see now each and every person involved in business is responsible for the quality. By recognizing that their work affects the customers, workers become more responsible for what they do. They see their importance in the overall work of the business. So their role is more important. So that's why their income is higher as before. The next thing that we are going to read is just-in-time manufacturing. So this is another thing which is happening in the modern day production process. So now no need to purchase a lot of the material or stock, even of the raw form, and at the same time no need to keep the finished goods in more quantity. So this is called just-in-time manufacturing. Many businesses use just-in-time manufacturing techniques. This means that stocks are kept to minimum levels. When a business takes delivery of the stocks, it wants to use them as soon as possible in the production process because stock is expensive to keep, not only in purchasing but also in keeping in the warehouse because the rent will have to be paid, then electricity charges will have to be paid, then security cost will be there. So they want to use it as soon as possible in the production process. So the stocks coming in must be of the right quality. If they are not, production could come to a halt. So now it is very important just in time manufacturing that the material that is coming in the raw form to a company should be of right quality. Equally, some businesses build to order. It fixes a delivery date with the customer and the product is built for this date. The next thing that we are going to read in the topic of the quality is zero defects. The ultimate aim of the business using TQM, that is total quality management techniques, is to have zero defects. This means that all its work meets the required quality standards at every stage of the production process. Now we are going to read the role of the management in the topic of the quality. Although every worker is responsible for quality, it is the responsibility of the management to set up system which will ensure this quality. So, no doubt, each and every worker is responsible for checking the quality in nowadays production process, but the end responsibility is of the management to set a system to check the quality. For instance, if a worker or group of the workers is producing faulty products, then there must be a system for identifying the nature of the problem. So maybe there are some problems why some workers are producing faulty products. So these may be the problems which the management can identify. Number one, it could be they are working with inadequate machinery. Number two, it could be that they have not been trained sufficiently to do the job. Number three, it could be that there is inadequate lighting or where they work, or that machines are poorly spaced out on the factory floors. So these may be some of the problems why some workers are producing faulty products. But this is the responsibility of the management to identify these problems. The next thing that we are going to read in the topic of the quality is quality assurance. When products or services are sold to the customers, a business gives its assurance that certain standards have been met. So if you give the assurance to the customers, they feel more comfortable and they will purchase from you again and again. If you give them the assurance that this is the standard of our product, sir, and we guarantee you, it will guarantee that legal requirements have been observed and that quality has been maintained in the production process. For example, the next thing that we are going to read in the topic of the quality is quality standards. Many products are made to the standards which are laid down by the quality assurance bodies. For example, in Britain, the British Standards Institute, for example, is an organization which draws up standards for a wide range of the products from beds to nails. Some consumer products like kettles are sold with kite marks on them. When a kettle has kite mark, it means that that product is according to the British Standards Institution. This shows that they have been made to a standard drawn up by the British Standards Institution. Some firms are registered with the British Standard Institution. It had to show the BSc through its documentation and through factory visits that its operating processes met the required standard. The benefit to be registered with the BSI is that the workers will have to work according to the standards. So the standard of the company products will be higher. The customers will feel more comfortable from purchasing you because they know that you are a registered company. So your sales will be increased. So your quality products will be higher as compared to your competitors. Where they did not, it had to modify its processes to comply with these standards. There are two main advantages in meeting ISO 9000 standards. So here are the advantages of being registered with the BSI. That is, first, company was forced to review its quality procedures and make improvements to them. Number two, second, because ISO 9000 is an international standard, it is widely recognized by potential customers. By buying from registered companies, they know that the company is committed to and able to deliver quality products. So the sales of the company will be increased, and at the same time, the standard of the quality products will be improved because workers have to work according to the standards of the British standard institutions. This helps Street Crane to sell its products. So this was the lecture, students. I hope so this will be much more easier and interesting for you to understand. So read this lecture again, understand it, learn it, and make your notes. Thank you so much.